Welcome to Jags. I'm Kainani Stevens here, Brian Sexton, John Oehser with me today as we prepare for a huge matchup with the Denver Broncos here in Week 16. Big implications off of this win. The Denver Broncos in the number 1 seed right now, and the Jaguars on that 5-game win streak. So we're very excited for that. Let's get into our big things brought to you by GEHA, Government Employees Health Association, benefits for federal employees and retirees. Big thing number 1 is Mile High. We're heading on the road to take on the Broncos, and it's a tough environment to play in. Liam Cohen talked about it.
Yeah, it's good to win different ways. You learn about your team each week, and adversity is usually how we learn. So we've been able to go through some of that. This will definitely be the loudest environment we've been in thus far, so we've got to prepare for that during the week.
Brian, it's going to be a big game, has big implications. Liam talked about this team learning through adversity. We've certainly seen that. Went on the road, got a win against the 49ers, Monday Night Football against the Chiefs. Can this be the next step in that?
I think so. And they will actually face adversity this week. They haven't in a couple of weeks. They've played so well on both sides of the ball that they've eliminated that. But that's not the way it goes at Mile High. Heck, the first time the buses pull in, you're going to see 5,280, right, which is the elevation above sea level, and they let you know that right away. And in the fourth quarter, which is where the Broncos have been so good this year in winning 12 games and winning 11 in a row, you can get tired. I mean, the air is thin up there, and you will face some adversity. But, John, they've seen it through the course of the season. This is a good football team that understands how to get things done. Actually making the play in the fourth quarter is the challenge, but they've done it all season long, so there's no reason to think, despite the fact that they're at Mile High, which is an incredible place to watch and play a football game, I really like their opportunity.
Yeah, guess what? Denver's good at home. They're also good on the road. It's tough to play in altitude, but I checked the records, and they're not something an O there all time, so you can go win there. The Jaguars are a good team. And I do think the altitude will be a factor, and the things Brian talked about will be a factor. But I think what you have to remember about the Jaguars, they continue to be a good team on paper. They continue to do things right. I think people who think that this is Rocky going against Apollo Creed are missing the whole point.
Oh, they're missing it entirely.
The Jaguars are a good team who've won 5 games in a row. Over the last 5 or 6 games, they're as good as any team in football. That's the kind of game I expect this to be, Brian.
Sorry to interrupt you. These Jags and those Jags, I mean, these Jags are not those Jags. And by the way, to your point, the Jaguars are 4-4 all time at Mile High Stadium, and power at Mile High, whatever you want to call it. And the last couple times they've gone out there, they have played pretty darn well.
The chances are there for sure. Let's go to our second big thing, which is pick your poison when we talk about going up against the Broncos. Obviously, we know the defense, but on offense, Bo Nix has been playing really well, including last week against the Packers. And Liam Cohen talked a little bit about whether you try to rush him or you try to stay back and cover.
We watched it today, a bunch of clips of it this morning as a team, and how much in unison that is and how much that does play a part. I showed some clips of guys, feeling like they had something covered or may have had them down or corralled, and then the play's not over. It's definitely one of those things that's one of his best traits, is just going and being a football player. He's a coach's son who understands the game.
John, in that game against the Packers, I think Bo Nix kind of finding himself fully in that game, and what will that look like again this week? We don't know, but now seeing it on film, that has to be something they respect going in there.
Yeah, he extends plays. The idea against a quarterback like this, you keep him in the pocket, you make him beat you from the pocket. To me, it's a game, I always use you don't want your DBs pounding the ground after they've missed a shot at an interception. And what I mean by that is, at times he's going to throw you the ball. All quarterbacks do. When you're playing a guy who makes plays and he's special and above the X's and O's, when you have your opportunities, that's how you win big games like this. If in third quarter you're walking up and say, oh, they should have had that interception to the 40 and be going in, and they score, that's where games like this turn. Take advantage of the breaks that he gives you, Ryan.
I talked to a friend in Denver yesterday who said the difference in Bo Nix from last year to this year was that he would extend plays last year. but he didn't have the timing. He didn't know when to get rid of the ball. This year, he sees the field completely, and he's running to his right, and doesn't hesitate when he sees a flash of orange coming back to throw the ball and not try to extend the play and get to the easiest read of possibility. He is a really gifted timing quarterback right now because he understands what Sean Payton, the head coach of the Broncos, is asking him to do, and he gets rid of the ball, doesn't hold it.
All right, let's do our final big thing, which is winning one-on-one. We know that this Broncos defense is, if not the best, one of the best in the NFL, and a lot of that is due to their pass rush. They've seen so much success there. Liam Cohen talked a little bit about how you try to combat that.
You try to prepare for chips and relief for one guy or so. It's hard to do it at both the ends and inside. It's just hard to go help, and especially where they do so much five-man rush that by alignment alone makes it difficult and challenging to find where you're going to go and try to provide a little relief and help for. So they do it both with their personnel, and they have good scheme. I mean, Vance Joseph's one of the best out there right now, and got a lot of respect for the way that they've put their players in the best positions to be successful. And winning one-on-one matchups is what this league's all about.
Brian, it's hard to give help and chip when everybody on the line is really talented, which is what you're dealing with in Denver. So it's going to be on the O-line to kind of do what they can individually to protect Trevor Lawrence.
You're right. And Robert Hainsey was in the locker room yesterday, the Jaguars center, talking about the preparation. They'll have a meeting every day this week where they talk about, the protection schemes, and then they'll have one with the blitzes, and they'll go through everything. And everyone who's in that meeting, the quarterback, the tight ends, the running backs, the offensive line, they all have to be on the same page. It's going to be on Hainsey and the quarterback to communicate what they're seeing out there, and for everyone to, not just say be listening, right? Because you're going to have to know exactly what you prepared for all week long. If he used the word preparation once, he used it 10 times in the conversation with reporters in the locker room. They are preparing for one of, if not the best, front fours in the National Football League, and that's saying something because they saw the Rams earlier this year, John, and those guys are really good. Seahawks the week before, they are as well. It's all about knowing what these guys like to do and then communicating on the field in a very loud environment.
Yeah, obviously the line has to get guys blocked most of the time. It's hard against a team like the Broncos to always get them blocked for the reasons that Liam Cohen suggested. When I was covering the Colts, Peyton Manning, when he would play the Ravens and that defense with Ray Lewis, would talk after games about how mentally exhausted he was. I think Trevor Lawrence will be mentally exhausted after this game. It's a big game for him. You have to read. You have to know when to get rid of the ball. You have to be smart back there. Then when you are smart, the receivers that are coming along so well, Brenton Strange, Jacoby Myers, Parker Washington, this is a game where they have to win and Trevor has to make plays. Just like on defense where you have to catch the ball when it's thrown to you, when the opportunities do present themselves, this is a game where Trevor Lawrence has to make the plays at the moments that, frankly, he's been doing the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Going to take everybody absolutely on the road this week. Stay with us here on Jags AM. Coming up after the break, we go behind the enemy lines with a media member from the Denver Broncos.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields. For over 50 years, Fields Auto Group has been America's premier family-owned luxury auto group, selling the most iconic brands in the world. We understand the luxury customer and provide an extraordinary car buying and service experience. It's not just about selling cars. Fields is focused on building lifelong relationships. We invite you to visit Fields and enjoy an honest and memorable luxury car buying experience.
Chelsea here. Ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors before the new year? During Renewal by Anderson's December sales event, buy one, get one 40% off. And with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months, it's never been easier to say yes. Renewal by Anderson's Acclaim Impact windows are built for Florida, designed to help you save on energy bills while keeping your home comfortable year-round. Offer ends December 31st. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Can you imagine rising for work before the crack of dawn? Tending to hundreds of acres of land before dusk? Well, that's what happens on 47,000 Florida farms every day. Florida's farmers work hard to grow nutritious food for you and your family. And you can help support them by enjoying delicious fresh from Florida produce. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo where you shop or visit freshfromflorida.com to learn more.
Jacksonville's own Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, just scored big, winning 2025 National Builder of the Year. And right now, Dreamfinders is running its best game plan yet, offering winning interest rate incentives and move-in ready homes available today. With 20-plus communities right here in Jacksonville and over 40 across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa, Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to be. Visit dreamfindershomes.com and move into your dream home today.
Huddle up, My Gate Rewards members. Football is back. Celebrate with the Duval Meal Deal at Gate. Right now, grab a personal pizza and any 20-ounce Coca-Cola soft drink for just $4.99. No matter what combo you choose, this meal's the perfect play. Happening now through January 5th, 2026. See store for details. A deal that's a victory for every fan. Gates got you.
Sudeth is on the 20, the 10. Yes, another successful move to a new home. I tell you, folks, I've never seen a team more prepared than the Sudeth crew. With a dominating lead in training, trust, and efficiency, it's no wonder why Sudeth is the official moving company of the Jacksonville Jaguars. For the past 100 years, Sudeth has provided local, long-distance, and international moving services in Jags. While the Jags are moving the chains on game day, Sudeth is helping you on moving day. Visit Sudeth.com/Jags for a guaranteed quote.
Jags AM brought to you by Fields Auto Group. See Fields first, Jacksonville's premier luxury auto group. Go to fieldsauto.com. Welcome into Behind Enemy Lines, where we check in with a media member of the Jaguars' opponent team. We're headed to Denver this week, so we're checking in with Cody Roark, obviously Denver Broncos beat reporter, host of Locked On Broncos. Cody, I love talking to you. I love catching up with you, and it's always more fun when your team is playing well, so I can imagine you're having a lot of fun right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to be able to cover a team that's got a lot of excitement behind it. And look, I'd say same thing for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're on the rise. Liam Coleman in his first year, I think he's done such a tremendous job with Trevor Lawrence and those guys. I think they faced some adversity early on, and then now they're playing with a lot of rhythm, and it makes Sunday's game between these two teams very exciting, between two playoff contenders.
We're on our little win streak, 5 games. You guys are on a big win streak, 11 games. What have you seen just in the terms of progression? Obviously, you guys made the playoffs last year, but what Sean Payton's been able to do, and kind of similar to what Liam Cohen's trying to do, inserting that belief when not a lot of people are talking about you, but having that belief on the roster that they can compete and, do something in the playoffs, Super Bowl bound.
Yeah, I think it's about instilling a culture that really doesn't care too much about the outside noise. I would say that's the one noticeable difference since Sean Payton has come in. And look, it's taken a couple of years from where he first came in 2023 to where he is now. That foundation has already kind of been set with this team. And so even if people overlook them, if people think that they're the underdogs, they really don't care. They don't pay too much attention to that. I think that they just focus week to week. And as cliche as it may sound, I felt like in other Broncos teams that I've covered, there was very much a sense where teams will look behind them or they look too far ahead, and then you lose out on the present. And we've seen them slip because of that. That has not been the case here with this Sean Payton coach team here in 2025. They are a resilient group of guys, and they never feel like, even if their backs are against the wall in the fourth quarter, they never feel like they're down and out.
Taking on the Packers last week, I think probably one of those games where people expected maybe the Packers to come in and win, but getting down early, battling back. And I think what was cool is, similar to last week, we talked about Trevor Lawrence's best game. Bo Nix had probably what I've seen from the professional level, his best game. And after a season where people are kind of picking and saying the defense is everything and the offense can't get it together, Bo Nix certainly showed them last week.
Yeah, complementary football, it matters so much in today's NFL. And look, I think when you look at the Broncos, you look at the Jaguars, you see a lot of complementary football, right? The defense is taking care of business, giving the offense the opportunities. Special teams are making plays, whether it's in the return game, the kicking game. I mean, that's what I think when I watch these two teams, and certainly for Denver, they have, since coming out of the bye week, they kind of have been playing a little bit more complementary, where there's weeks where they've had offensive issues, there's weeks where they've had special teams issues, and the defense has kind of been carrying the water. Well, now coming out of the bye week, The defense has had some up and down moments, but the offense and special teams, they're making big plays, and the defense is finding ways to make big plays in clutch situations when it matters most. And look, down 23-14 last week against the Packers, Pat Surtain's interception changed the entire game and allowed Bo Nix and the Broncos offense to go out there and score points and make it a little bit closer, and then they just kind of ran away with it from there. So that's very much, I think, a key here with this Broncos team is that they are now playing complementary football, I'd say, at the most important time, which is the month of December. And honestly, this game, Kai, feels a lot like a potential playoff matchup between these two teams who very well could end up seeing each other again.
Very well may. I'm looking at this defense, first and third down, red zone, second and rush only to the Jaguars. Is there a weakness on the defense from your perspective, or is it just that's kind of what they hang their hat on?
I mean, they're very aggressive. They love to blitz. They love to send 5 or 6 guys, and then they'll drop back guys into coverage. They mix up man and zone coverage pretty effectively here under Vance Joseph's scheme. I'd say if there's any weakness that we have seen so far coming out of the bye week, I think they've allowed too many explosive plays. There's been a lot of tight ends coming open underneath and over the top, wide receivers making plays. Last week against the Packers, the Broncos in the first quarter allowed 3 explosive plays at 25-plus yards in the passing game. Against Trevor Lawrence, this offense that has a multitude of playmakers, including former friend Tim Patrick, who we know and love here in Denver, Brian Thomas, and obviously Jacoby Myers has been a great addition for Trevor Lawrence and Liam Cohen in this situation. You can't allow that to be the trend that continues here coming into this matchup.
Do you have some X-factor players for me, maybe one on either side of the ball that you feel like need to have a good game if the Broncos want to get a win?
Yeah, let's start off on the defensive side of the ball. Obviously, the Broncos will be without Brandon Jones. He landed on injured reserve, so P.J. Locke will fill in for him. I think the rookie first-round pick, Jahdae Barron, who's kind of got this hybrid role in the dime package covering in the slot, has the capability of dropping back and playing some safety. He's going to be my X factor to keep an eye on here this week. He's done tremendous, especially when covering tight ends. They could deploy him against this very good wide receiver core that I know the Jacksonville Jaguars certainly do have. That's my defensive X factor. I'd say on the offensive side of the ball, we're going to go with Troy Franklin here once again, coming off of a big-time performance against the Green Bay Packers. He's been the guy who's led the team in targets this season because Cortland Sutton has seen so much attention. If Sutton wasn't going to see the attention I think the Jaguars are going to give him, I'd say, hey, the X factor here, someone who needs to step up, Troy Franklin.
Very good. Well, we look forward to this matchup for sure. One we've circled on the calendar. We'll see you on Sunday in Denver.
Looking forward to it, Kai.
That was Behind Enemy Lines with Cody Roark, Denver Broncos beat reporter. Coming up after the break, we'll go over what we think the headlines are going to be on Monday morning.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields. Finally, inventories and prices are customer friendly.
That's because summer's here, so let's keep it real at the Field Summer Sales Event.
We have vehicles on the ground and ready to go. All new makes and models to choose from, even electric cars and SUVs. Stop searching for your next luxury vehicle and see Fields first.
And get an incredible offer like this.
Right now, save up to $10,000 on remaining new 2024 Porsche models in stock at Porsche Jacksonville. Go to PorscheJacksonville.com.
Jacksonville's own Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, just scored big, winning 2025 National Builder of the Year. And right now, Dreamfinders is running its best game plan yet, offering winning interest rate incentives and move-in ready homes available today. With 20-plus communities right here in Jacksonville and over 40 across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa, Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to be. Visit DreamfindersHomes.com and move into your dream home today.
Sudeth is on the 20, the 10. Yes, another successful move to a new home. I tell you, folks, I've never seen a team more prepared than the Sudeth crew. With a dominating lead in training, trust, and efficiency, it's no wonder why Sudeth is the official moving company of the Jacksonville Jaguars. For the past 100 years, Sudeth has provided local, long-distance, and international moving services in Jags. While the Jags are moving the chains on game day, Sudeth is helping you on moving day. Visit Sudeth.com/Jags for a guaranteed quote.
Huddle up, My Gate Rewards members. Football is back. Celebrate with the Duval Meal Deal at Gate. Right now, grab a personal pizza and any 20-ounce Coca-Cola soft drink for just $4.99. No matter what combo you choose, this meal's the perfect play. Happening now through January 5th, 2026. See store for details. A deal that's a victory for every fan. Gates got you.
Introducing the Jag Stack at Firehouse Subs. A sub so bold they had to name it after the team that roars. Packed with protein and made to satisfy a football-sized appetite, it's stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, and roast beef. Topped with provolone, fresh veggies, and their new pickle drizzle. Order the new Jag Stack in the app right now. Available for a limited time at participating Jacksonville Firehouse Subs restaurants, the hottest subs in Duval.
Listen up. If our kids are going to grow up healthy, we have to work together out there. A healthier tomorrow depends on the calls that we make today. It's about eating right and focusing on their physical and mental health. We should be reading to our kids every night. Can you give me 60 minutes of physical activity every day?
Yes, sir, I can.
This is our healthy playbook. We do this as a team. Our kids win. Who's with me?
Get healthy at nemours.org/Jaguars. Nemours Children's Health, proud pediatric partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Welcome back to Jags AM. Sudeth Moving and Storage, Florida's most trusted and dependable moving company. Sudeth proud to be the official moving company of the Jacksonville Jaguars. To get a guaranteed quote, visit sudeth.com/Jacksonville. We welcome you back to Jags AM. We're going to do our best to predict the future as we try to guess what we will be talking about on Monday morning. Well, we'll be back on Tuesday morning because we're coming back from Denver. But what will everybody be talking about on Monday morning after this matchup with the Broncos?
I went with the air up there. A couple of different ways, obviously, to look at it. It's 5,280 feet. It's thin up there, but it's also rarefied air, John, because you're playing the number one, seed in the AFC.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah. Not so much.
He's talking about the thin air.
Yeah, it's affecting me now. So I think Trayvon Walker is going to have a major impact. He has looked better the last couple of weeks, like he's finally gotten used to playing with the brace on his left knee and the whatever contraption he's wearing on his left wrist, and is making plays. Yeah, he's looked good on the practice field this week. So my guess is that he is going to be a major factor in disrupting what Bo Nix likes to do. And I think that the Jaguars win. I know that they're a very good football team, and I know they've won 11 in a row, and I know all about the air. I've been up there enough to experience it. I think that Trayvon Walker creates enough havoc, and the Jaguars' defense takes care of things, and then it'll be up to the quarterback. But I'm going with the air up there.
Yeah, I experienced the air as well once. Like 30 years ago, I went out for a run, and I was in Boulder doing a story on Baselli when he was a rookie, as a matter of fact. And the air hit me, and I was crushing, and then I realized I was just out of shape. So,
is that?
I don't really know. But I'm going to need mine thrown up here.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, onward Duval. I mean, and I guess I went with this because I think it's going to be a case where they win, and you look back and say, yeah, they're good. I mean, it's I keep hitting this theme this week that when you talk to fans about it, it's, oh, you think they can win? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they'll win, but I think that if you put the Jaguars, if you put the Kansas City Chiefs uniforms on the Jaguars,
right,
everybody would be talking about this game as, oh, this is a matchup of two powers.
Yeah.
Oh, look at what beat the 49ers, beat the Panthers, beat the Chiefs, beat the Houston Texans already. Everybody would look at this team as a legitimately good team if they had any other uniform on. They sort of dismiss it because it's the Jaguars. This is a good team that can go out and beat this team. One team's won 5, one team's won 11. Neither has lost in November. Yeah. What do you want?
Listen, they're scoring 32.8 points per game over this winning stretch. Kai, I think there's two things that John touched on. One is I don't think there's a lot of respect, obviously, out there. We've been talking about that. The other is I just don't the fan base here has become accustomed to disappointment because this franchise has disappointed it on the football field in some big games. But again, it goes back to these versus those. That was those Jaguars. These Jaguars, Baselli, Gladstone, Cohen, and now what we're getting from Lawrence, it would not surprise me at all if they go out there and win.
And I put Jacoby Myers' picture up there for this reason. I think against this defense, when Trevor will have moments where he's under pressure, the reliability that he has on Jacoby and Brenton Strange, I think there are going to be big moments, 3rd and 8, where his trust in Jacoby turns difficult situations into opportunities, and all of a sudden, instead of punting, you're on the Broncos 45. That's what he's given this team. I think he's huge on Sunday.
I also think, by the way, that with the way that Brian Thomas Jr. has played in recent weeks, Pat Surtain, best corner in the league, right? Defensive Player of the Year candidate, is going to have to pay a lot of attention to number 7, which should open some things up for number 3.
And I think if there is a spot, it might be some of the deep ball angles just because they're dealing with some injuries on the back end. That might be where you could maybe make a little bit away with the defense that you're dealing with in Denver. So I went with Rocky Mountain High because I think this is going to be an opportunity. Both of these quarterbacks playing their best games last week. And I know this is a defensive matchup. Both these defenses are very good at what they do. But I think it'll be whichever quarterback can handle this pressure the best. And for me, this is something that I think could be repeated in the playoffs. This is a game where I could see these two teams playing again. So for me, I'm seeing a close matchup. I hope the Jaguars pull it out, but as John is saying, I'm not sure what's going to happen. I just know it's going to be a good football game.
Well, I think it hits a great point. Nationally, Trevor was written off 4 or 5 weeks ago, if not 2 or 3 years ago. The Trevor Lawrence thing to me is very interesting this week. Everybody wrote him off. Nobody's thinking about it. Now he's a quarterback that goes into these games. He's got playoff experience. He's been here before. He's not a kid. This is not a wide-eyed moment. He doesn't act wide-eyed right now. Coming out party, however you define it, I think the new Trevor that we're all seeing can take some of the old experience, that run in 22, everything he's been through. I don't think he's going to be wide-eyed at this moment, I guess is what I'm getting at. I think it's really important this weekend.
Really valuable because this is essentially a playoff game with the way that the Texans are right on your heels and all the tiebreakers. You need this one.
A lot of tiebreakers. We'll talk about some of them when we come back after the break for our last segment here on Jags AM.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields. Finally, inventories and prices are customer friendly.
That's because summer's here, so let's keep it real at the Field Summer Sales Event.
New inventory is arriving daily. All new makes and models to choose from, even electric cars and SUVs.
Visit Fields today and find the fit for you.
And get an incredible offer like this.
For a limited time, get $3,000 off all Lexus TX 350s in stock at Lexus of Jacksonville and Lexus of Orange Park.
Introducing the Jag Stack at Firehouse Subs. A sub so bold they had to name it after the team that roars. Packed with protein and made to satisfy a football-sized appetite, it's stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, and roast beef. Topped with provolone, fresh veggies, and their new pickle drizzle. Order the new Jag Stack in the app right now. Available for a limited time at participating Jacksonville Firehouse Subs restaurants. The hottest subs in Duval.
Listen up. If our kids are to grow up healthy, we have to work together out there. A healthier tomorrow depends on the calls that we make today. It's about eating right and focusing on their physical and mental health. We should be reading to our kids every night. Can you give me 60 minutes of physical activity every day?
Yes, I can.
This is our healthy playbook. We do this as a team. Our kids win. Who's with me?
Get healthy at nemours.org/Jaguars. Nemours Children's Health, proud pediatric partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville's own Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, just scored big, winning 2025 National Builder of the Year. And right now, Dreamfinders is running its best game plan yet, offering winning interest rate incentives and move-in ready homes available today. With 20-plus communities right here in Jacksonville and over 40 across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa, Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to be. Visit dreamfindershomes.com and move into your dream home today.
Before you break ground on any project, make sure to call 811 before you dig. Sunshine 811 is a free service to have underground utility lines marked before digging. For projects of all sizes, creating a game plan can save you time and money. Skipping the call could mean accidentally hitting underground utility lines, which can lead to injuries, expensive repairs, fines, and even service outages in your neighborhood. Let's keep everyone safe. Dial or click ahead. Find out more at peoplesgas.com/811.
Chelsea here. Ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors before the new year? During Renewal by Anderson's December sales event, buy one, get one 40% off. And with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months, it's never been easier to say yes. Renewal by Anderson's Acclaim Impact windows are built for Florida, designed to help you save on energy bills while keeping your home comfortable year-round. Offer ends December 31st. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Jags fans, if you want customized Jaguars furniture for your home, check out zipchair.com to browse all the customizable options. ZipChair is furniture for fans.
Nah, you don't want to go for it. You do not want to go for it.
They run a sweep to Hall.
Oh.
He gets hit in the backfield. What a play by Trayvon.
Oh! You a mother big dog. I can't this man. Hey, you man. I don't know why they want to play with me. I just told them not to go for it. Hey man, go ahead and suffocate these motherfuckers. Hey, go get you another one. I'll get you another one. I'll get you another one. I'll get you another one, man. Get you another one. Hat trick, mom. Hat trick, mom. It's like when Trevor run that dope. Like, we can't be on offense. So hard coming for Clemson, too. Defense has got to play him and running back.
Got some good analysis from Trayvon Walker there, and he tried to warn him on 4th down, told him not to do it, and they did it anyway. And they lost about 6 yards, I think, trying to go 4th and 1. But let's talk a little bit more about this Denver game. We talked a little bit about the implications. If the Jaguars were to get a win, that brings in the 2nd seed into play. And then also, I believe, if the Colts or the Texans lose, that guarantees them a playoff spot. So we're looking ahead. We're not trying to do too much math because I'll get myself confused. I think winning is good, John. I think that's what we want to do.
Well, you're saying right. Win and either the Colts or Texans losing and you're in.
Right.
And that's the first step. But the number 1 seed thing, it does matter. All anybody's talked about for the last 4 or 5 weeks is how wide open the AFC is. But it really is for all these teams because there's no big bad wolf anymore. Like since '99, every Jaguars playoff appearance has ended against the big bad wolf. Yeah. New England, and Kansas City. All those teams at the time were the team you couldn't beat. And playoff experience does matter in that situation. Anybody who was at any of those games, you were at all 4 of them, you probably felt that other team knows it's going to win because it's been here before. Nobody's really been here before and made it. So the point is getting those seedings, getting involved in this. It's going to be a free-for-all, so get yourself in position, the best position you can.
Listen, I know everyone's talking about the possibility of number 1, and considering where this team was last year, it's very exciting to even think about that. I'm more focused on what it takes to get number 3 locked up, right? That means a home playoff game because of the division title. And with the Texans, they've won 6 in a row. They are breathing down this team's necks. They have the Raiders at home this week. The Raiders, right? Guaranteed W for the Texans. And it will probably be an impressive win because the Raiders were just awful last week in Philadelphia. All right, well, the heat's on now, right? And so let's say you go and beat Denver in Denver. Well, the next week you still have to go and beat the Colts a second time in a couple of weeks. And
it'll be hard.
Yeah, it won't be easy to do, even with 44-year-old Phillip Rivers putting the cane aside. Again, love Rivers. But come on, right? So you have 2 really challenging games in a row here before you get to the Titans at the end of the season. It's not just 1 week, it's 2, and it's not the number 1 seed, it's the number 3 that matters for this football team right now.
Meaningful games in December and soon January. So a lot of good stuff, and we're excited for it. We'll be back on Jags AM on Tuesday because we get back late from Denver, but enjoy this matchup on Sunday. It's going to be a fun one. We'll talk to you next week.